Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start my speech, I would like to ask a question. Do you know that since the early of 1990s, there have been so many technology revolutions day by day? Believe it or not, our life is getting easier because of technology, right? Even nowadays, millennials are more dependent on technology than we realize. One of reliable technology that we use in our daily life is smartphones because smartphone is handy, easy to use, and helpful. Yes, we can agree that smartphones are becoming our daily needs. Even maybe some of you cannot leave your own smartphone for a day, right? By smartphone, we can communicate with people, we can find news, we can find something helpful. For example, we search some tutorials on YouTube or Google, and moreover, smartphone can be our navigators. Thus, smartphones have become an essential part in our daily life. Yes, from here we can see the benefits of smartphones. But can you imagine, can you believe that smartphones do harm too? So, in this occasion, I would like to present about 3 reasons why we should have to limit our daily smartphone usage. I will start explaining from the impact of smartphone on our health, our lifestyle, social aspects, and finally I will sum up my speech. The first reason why we should have to control and limit our daily smartphone usage is because smartphone can increase the risk of several health problems. One of high risk health issue is the neck problems. According to King's University in 2017, a direct relationship was found between smartphone addiction and neck disability. Also, smartphone screen can affect our eye health. We know that smartphone addiction is harmful and unhealthy, right? So, what should we do with this issue? Mindful of smartphone usage can provide the best solution. Having less direct contact with our smartphones can be an alternative too. The second reason is that smartphones are addictive and people are becoming more dependent on them. We see that the majority of people cannot live without their smartphones. For example, when they wake up in the morning, they will look for their smartphones. We become addicted and accustomed to constantly checking our smartphones. People constantly glued to the screens all day, every day. It's been proven that smartphones also hinder our daily activities and it can affect our productivity. Yes, I really agree with this issue because individuals with high smartphone usage tend to lose control, and even worse, it can cause laziness. When we get to this stage, we need to manage our time. We cannot sit back and let our activity be postponed anymore because we need to make the best use of our time. Last but not least, smartphones keep us away from people. It may be debatable, but I agree that we can still communicate with people through smartphone, but we can't socialize with them directly. We prefer to connect with people online, and we forgot that we are living in an offline world where we can see people lively and talk to them directly. According to a study published in 2017 by the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, not a few people or individuals with high smartphone usage or high social media usage actually felt more isolated than individuals with low smartphone usage. There is also an association between passive social media usage and symptoms of depression, such as fatigue and loneliness. We may actively speak on our smartphone on our social media like Twitter, Facebook, or WhatsApp, and many more. But when we get a chance to meet with people, when we get a chance to talk with people directly, we tend to be passive. There is one thing that often happens when there is a group meeting of people. Some people still completely focus on their smartphone. At this stage, we need to try a smartphone rehack. Try to not use or touch smartphone for a while when we get a chance to meet and talk with people directly. In conclusions, as I have mentioned before, we need to maintain and limit our smartphone usage. Although the revolution of technology makes our life easier, we can see the negative side and negative impact of this revolution. For example, the smartphone addiction. Moreover, smartphone can risking our health, reducing our productivity, and keeping us away from people. Therefore, we need to mindful, maintain, and limit our daily smartphone usage. Let's all be wise, and I hope my words can motivate you to limit your daily smartphone usage. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.